I'm here today with a products I regret buying or crap products video. I swear I have a lot of them, and a few of them I've actually sent back, which I'll talk about them briefly. The first is the Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation. For me, that was a big no-no. It did weird puckering looking things to my mouth area, which that's never been an issue. It just accentuated pores, accentuated fine lines, settled into like little smile lines that I didn't even know existed. It just was a mess. I did not like it. I sent it back. It was a no-go. Another one is the Dior Forever Undercover Foundation. Another high-end foundation that I just did not like the way that it looked on my skin. Price, it just did nothing for my face. I didn't like it. I also don't really love the regular Dior Forever. I don't know, I've just kind of struck out on those two Forever foundations. So for me, both of those high-end foundations were a no-go, and I ended up sending them back to Sephora. All right, another foundation that just was not good for me, which is a bummer. It's the new Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Foundation. Now, I love the regular Lasting Finish foundation from Rimmel. It's been in a lot of favorites. This is their newer breathable foundation. I did do a first impressions of this, and I really liked the way that it looked on my skin. It does have one of those big chubby doe foot applicators, which are not my favorite, but if I'm gonna have something like that, this kind of formula is my favorite for that because it's a little bit thinner. This just is a no-go. I love the way it looks. I love the finish. There's so many things I love about it, but it just turned me so orange. Like, it oxidized so badly and made me so orange, which is such a bummer because there was a lot of things I really liked about it, but I can't have my foundation looking 50 shades of orange, okay? I just can't do it. So that was a little bit of a disappointment for me. I'm a little bit bummed. This next product is the Peter Thomas Roth 24 Karat Gold Pure Luxury Lift and Firm Prism Cream. It's an all-over or self-adjusting illuminator targeted highlighter. This is supposed to be meant to use like all over your face to give you a really radiant glow, or to use it as like a cream highlighter. I would not recommend putting this all over your face. I tried to do it under my primer just to give like a really healthy glow, but this was so shimmery. It gave me the like most weird Edward Cullen Twilight situation happening. It didn't look flattering. It accentuated every pore, every bit of texture on my skin. There are some glowy products similar to that you can apply all over your skin, and it makes your skin really glowy and healthy and really makes it look youthful under your foundation. This one just was so intense that it just accentuated everything on my skin, and I really didn't like it. For a like targeted cream highlighter, it's okay. It's not my favorite. I don't find that I use it, I reach for it enough to be able to just use it as a little highlight on the high points of my face. It just has a little bit too much shimmer and not enough of the glow factor that I like. I just don't find that I reach for this. I don't really love the way it applies over my foundation. I feel like it kind of moves it. And it's a bummer. It's expensive, and I just wanted it to be like this gorgeous, glowy, like product that I could wear with or without foundation, and it would just make my skin look really glowy and healthy. And I feel like it just made it look super shimmery, and it just accentuated pores and texture. It's one of those products that even when I tapped it on my cheekbones, it just accentuated texture that I had on my skin, and I just don't love it. I just don't love it, I'm sorry. Dior Capture Total Multi-Perfection Makeup Base. I've had this for a long time, and I keep like trying to force myself to use it, and then I just hate the way my makeup looks every time I've used this. Ever since I bought it, I don't know why I just didn't return it, but ever since I bought it, I never like the way my makeup looks. And even with my favorite foundations, I just never like the way that my foundation looks. It is a kind of pinky pearl toned primer. To me, it's just like, it's a little bit thick, but it has almost like this greasy texture to it that just makes my makeup sit funny on it. My makeup doesn't last very long, and I just feel like I don't get good makeup days. Like, I don't have good foundation days when I use this primer. And so for me, I regret buying it because it was super expensive. I don't even know if they make this anymore. But yeah, it's sad because it's expensive, but It just makes my makeup look crappy. This is the Chrome palette. I was really excited when I ordered this off of Ulta's website. But then I got it in and I was like, all the shades, like my camera's not washing this out. Like literally they all look the same. When you swatch them, you see a slight variance, but on your eyes, all the colors look the same. And you know, they just lack luster. They're not super pigmented and bam. You can see that when I swatch them, they kind of have like a pretty metallic iridescent to it, but once you get it on your lids, whether you use Fix Plus or not, it just loses that luster and that shimmer and that metallic feeling. And I just feel like there's better ones at the drugstore that will give you that metallic bam. The Catrice Aqua Fresh highlighting eyeshadow is one of them. This is was a big disappointment. All right, another Catrice product that was disappointing is these strobing blushes. I also used these in a video. This is in Mrs. Rosalie Berry, and then this one is Mrs. Summer Peach. These just have the most awkward shimmer in them, and it's not even like consistent. You can swirl your brush in all of the shades and it goes on patchy. I felt like when I put it on, I've tried these 2 or 3 times since that video. When you go to blend it in, it's not consistent with the shimmer. So it's like you don't get like a shimmer blush, you get like a blush that has patches of shimmer. And so then you have this awkward, like, are you highlighting your, you know, apples of your cheek? Are you highlighting your blush? It's just not, how do I explain it? It ends up being not cute. Okay, it's powdery, it's patchy. The shimmer doesn't look consistent throughout. When I put it on, I was like, it looks like I put blush on and then I like randomly splatted my face with highlighter. I just don't like it. I think there's better blushes at the drugstore. Those, I'm sorry Catrice, but I did not like them and I did not think that they looked flattering on my cheeks. Patchy, no, I didn't like it. The next is, I feel like I'm beating up Catrice. I'm really not trying to. There's some Catrice products that I'm really loving. And then I just happened to buy a ton of Catrice products at Ulta lately and then tried a bunch of them and I was like, love it, hate it. This Catrice Glam and Dull Volumizing Mascara Primer. I used this with one of my favorite mascaras and it just clumped my lashes. It took actually all the curl out of my lashes. And I just didn't see it do anything for me. It didn't make my mascara last longer. It didn't volumize or thicken my mascara. It didn't do anything other than completely take the curl out of my lashes and make my mascara clump in a way that my mascara normally doesn't clump. Bad Gal Bang. This mascara is so bad, so bad. I have only seen a few people give favorable reviews about it, and most of those people were people that went on the Benefit Bad Gal trip. I'm glad I didn't spend my money on it. I don't love the wand. The mascara is so wet and just so, it's almost like putting like, I don't know. I'm trying to remember what I equated it to in the video, but it's just heavy. It makes my lashes completely drop. I do love that it's super black, but it is so wet and so like gloopy at the same time that it clumped my lashes. It made me look like I had like literally 4 lashes. It wasn't like clumpy as in like clumps of stuff. It just literally made all my lashes stick together and like spider lash. Is just not cute. So I do not like that and I'm glad I didn't buy the full size. All right, the next is a Catrice waterproof eyeliner. This is in the shade Black Jack with Jack Black. And this is a really interesting consistency. I wonder if I have a brush here that I could show you. Okay, so it's very creamy, very, very creamy. This is not very black though. I mean, look at that. That's not that black. It's almost like a blackened gray. Definitely not the blackest liner I have ever used. It also smudged a lot and it's almost too creamy to where it just moves a lot. When you're trying to apply it, you go over your lashes and then when you try to fill in any sparse spots, it kind of takes off the product. So you almost have to like lay a layer down, wait for it to completely dry, then go back over it. You don't really have room to work with it. You also you can't go over it to darken it without it removing the liner that you just did. Kind of a high maintenance liner. It's not super black. I love that it is matte. but it's not really dark, it's not really black, it's not super rich in color, and you just have to like literally do one line, wait for it to dry, then go back over it, and to, you know, intensify it or really like fill in any bald spots. Otherwise it just removes itself off of itself and it just is a mess. The next is this e.l.f., what are you? Blackened liner. This is absolute garbage. It is a felt tip liner. One, it's really not that black. Two, it bleeds all over the place. And three, you have to go over it and over it and over it because it skips so much. This is like a really, really bad drugstore liner. I highly recommend the Wet n Wild Pro line. That one is fantastic. This just was not very good and it's not very black. It's like one of those real watery ones too that just like bleed through all your pores or all the little lines in your eyes. It's a pass for me on this one. All right, the next two are newer products from Urban Decay. It is the holographic disco stick. This is just like a straight up glitter. All it is glitter. Like that is just glitter. I don't feel like it's very wearable. Like where are you gonna wear that other than to like a rave or something? Is that still a thing? Are raves things? I've never been to one. Like I told you in my 31 things that I learned in 31 years, I never have been a party person. I've really never even been to very many parties or clubs or anything. So I don't even know if a rave is a thing. But for me, this is like costume makeup more than anything else. I just would never get use out of it. Other thing is the Disco Queen Holographic Highlighting Powder. It's a purplish blue iridescent powder, but like you really have to dig in there to get any product. And then again, it's just flaky and a ton of fallout. Like it is very flaky, it is very glittery. It is basically like an iridescent, a very, 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 very sheer iridescent pink highlighter with just a crap ton of like blue glitter. Those are the things that I regret buying or that just really didn't work out for me this month. If you love these products, please don't be offended. Use them, love them, continue to enjoy them. There's a lot of products that y'all don't like that I love, and there's products that I'm not gonna like that you're gonna love. So that's the fun thing about makeup is we all have preferences. And I think that's totally okay, and that's one thing that's super fun about makeup. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. What are some products that you have regretted buying lately? Let me know down in the comments below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!